Carter. I work for the SSR, America's premier covert intelligence agency. But now that the war is over, my mission parameters these days are...
Agent Carter, cover the phones.
Different. That all changed when an old friend asked me to become a double agent.
I have a vault. Somebody cleaned me out. A couple of weeks later, my inventions, they start turning up on the black market.
He left me with an ally.
Edwin Jarvis. He'll help you in any way he can.
As of this moment, Howard Stark is a fugitive from justice.
You're the only one that can clear my name.
You're telling me one woman took out an entire team of highly trained government agents?
Stop!
You know I can't do that.
You don't have a choice.
Where are you going?
There's something I need to get from the Griffins.
What could you possibly need?
Steve's blood.
Monsters are real, and there's none more terrifying than Leviathan.
You're wearing my brand.
Is that Peggy Carter?
Oh, gosh, mister, can you help?
Let's get started. Dr. Fenhoff. Dr. Fenhoff, I need you in surgery.
I don't understand.
The nurses, they tell me of your talent. They say you can numb a man's mind, make him feel no pain.
I have never attempted my technique during an operation.
Believe me, I would not come to you if I had any other option. We have more wounded than supplies. We have used all of our anesthetic.
It will take me.
Infection has taken hold of Private Ovechkin's leg. He will die unless we amputate. Tell me now, doctor. Can you help me save this boy's life?
Take me to your life before the war.
The day before I left, we had a picnic. I played chess with my mother. It is better to play outside, I think. I drew the game out. I tried to make it last forever.
Nurse, hold the skin back and clean this area.
Pay no attention to them, Private Ovechkin. Focus on the game. Focus on your mother. You may stay in this day for as long as you want, but you must focus.
She surrendered the game. She said I could not stop time. We walked. I tried to make her laugh. I spoke of the future. What we would do when I came home.
That is good, Private Ovechkin.
You're awfully quiet. I wouldn't want to talk either if I was in your shoes.
We have photos of you at Spider Raymond's club. A witness placing you in a truck full of nitramine. Another witness who says you were at the boat where Stark hid all of his toys. Then there's the dead bodies. Spider Raymond, Lee Brannis, Ray Krasminski.
You honestly think I killed Agent Krasminski? I mourned him with the rest of you.
Yeah, I attended that performance.
You're unbelievable.
That's rich. That's rich coming from you. I had your back for 6 months while you were waiting to plant a knife in mine. Well, you want to pretend we're still friends? We're pals? You want to talk? Talk about this.
This is all very impressive, Agent Sousa. You've assembled a solid bit of evidence here. And I understand that you never get the chance to run this far with the ball, so you're making the most of your opportunity. But you are wasting precious time. There is a trained killer out there. And she's a small player in a bigger scheme. Someone else is pulling her strings.
She is incredible. You confront her with a wall of evidence, and she scales that wall. This woman is an excellent liar. Pathological, I would say.
My brain is melting. I'm getting some coffee.
Chief, we just got a call. There's been an accident. Agent Yauk is dead.
What? Yauk? How?
He was hit by a truck.
Good Lord.
The cops are saying he'd come from a bar.
I only knew him briefly, but he seemed like a good man, if a little emotional.
What's he doing here?
I was asked to sit in case Agent Carter began speaking of Leviathan.
You don't have to explain yourself, Doctor. You got a problem with this, Agent Thompson?
No, sir. Unorthodox is all.
I should go back to your office.
That's not necessary.
No, you men have enough to deal with, and I do not wish to be source of agitation. Anyway, I do not think she will be saying anything of relevance.
Take him back, then warm him up. I'm gonna put you back in there for the full price. We need to turn up the heat.
I'm confused.
I'm sick.
I'm impressed. You're good, Carter. Holy cow, you are good. I got a dozen guys in there wish they could play the game half as well as you.
I'm not playing a game. I never was.
Tell that to Krizminski.
You know, if you want to hit me, now's your chance.
I don't want to do that, Carter. Something's not right here. I saw what you did in Russia. What you did. That mission, what you did for me. You saved my life. This doesn't add up.
That's because I had nothing to do with Krizminski's death or the theft of Howard Stark's inventions.
Theft? Wow, he's really got you wrapped around his finger, doesn't he? I gotta give it to him. He's as good as they say.
As good as they say.
He got in so deep, he scrambled your brain.
Howard Stark has never scrambled my mind or any other part of me.
Come off it, Carter. There is no harm in admitting that he and you have a thing going on, or had. Because from the look of it, Stark's hung you out to dry. Listen to me. You need to make a deal. Stark is the one we want. Just tell us about him. Save yourself.
The only thing I could possibly tell you about him is he is not the man you want. But the SSR is myopic when it comes to Howard Stark, which is why I have been conducting my own investigation.
That's not entirely true. Before Sousa sniffed you out, we were starting to explore other avenues.
Then by all means, let's stroll down another avenue. What would you like to discuss?
Give us something. Anything.
Tell me what you know about this. What, you don't want to explain this? Fine. Let's go a little further in the past. I want to talk about the Battle of Finau.
Very well. But you'll be the one that's doing all the talking because I saw no action in Finau.
That worked out good for you. Because most of the people that served there are dead, except for a few of your Russian buddies.
You think you know me, but I've never been more than what each of you has created. To you, I'm a stray kitten left on your doorstep to be protected. The secretary turned damsel in distress. The girl on the pedestal transformed into some daft whore. You're behaving like children. What's worse, what's far worse, is that this is just shoddy police work. You were inches away from the woman that you want when you loaded me into your car. You should be looking for Dottie Underwood, who by now I assume has shed her alias.
Excuse me. I'd like to buy this carriage.
Fine choice. That's the one I'd buy for myself. Would you like me to wrap it up?
No, thank you. It's not a gift. It's for me.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You want a blanket with that, right?
Of course.
Pink or blue?
Let's go with pink.
You must be getting a jump on things. You don't look like you could be very far along.
It's coming sooner than you'd think.
That deal I offered, it's now off the table.
That's fine. I wasn't going to take it.
Any minute, Dewey's gonna pull me out of here and ask me to do something to you that I don't want to do. Peggy, you've watched from the other side of that glass. You know what I am capable of.
And you know what I'm capable of.
Number, please. One moment. 2704 Hillhurst is busy. I'll call you when the line is free.
Pardon me?
Sir, can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for Chief Dooley.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
He runs this operation. The SSR, that is. I've been here before for questioning.
Sir, I wish that I could help you, but we're very busy and only authorized personnel are allowed in here.
If you could just punch him up on your board and tell him that Edwin Jarvis is here. With the signed confession of Howard Stark.
Hold, please.
It's all there. I can answer any questions you may have. Agent Carter, are you all right? Have they harmed you?
She's fine. Now you've seen her. Can we get down to brass tacks?
What is this man doing here?
Pulling your fat out of the fryer, apparently.
I'm afraid the charade is over, Agent Carter. Mr. Stark has decided to come clean.
What's that?
Her boyfriend's confession. He owns up to everything. Job in his own vault, selling explosives, the Roxxon implosion.
Where's the man himself?
Somewhere over Greenland. Scheduled to land in Teterboro at approximately 9 p.m. this evening. His attorneys have the signature page. It'll be sent back to you as soon as you've agreed to his terms, and Agent Carter and myself are free.
Do I have a say in this matter?
You've had plenty of chances to talk.
So, do we have a deal?
Not quite. As tempting as his arrangement is, I'm not stupid. Even if this is true, why would I give up Carter or you for a piece of paper?
A signed piece of paper.
No, she's staying here, so are you. I want the signature page delivered. When Stark lands, we bring him here, have a garbage exchange. That's the deal.
It would appear so.
For the record, I find you repulsive. Take off the cuffs.
Howard can't do this. They'll never clear his name if he
You're
turns
not
up.
clearing anybody. You're done.
I don't think you've understood our compromise regarding Agent Carter.
Oh, she's free from prosecution. When Stark walks into the building, she walks out. For good. Carter, you're out of the SSR.
Don't let her out of your sight. Didn't take you long to clean out your desk?
No personal belongings. 2 notebooks and a file.
This one belongs to the agency, actually.
I'm truly sorry about all of this. When you didn't meet me, I knew the worst had happened, and I panicked.
And I suppose the confession portrays me as what? A patsy? A doe-eyed idiot succumbed to the charms of America's mustachioed Casanova.
That is the gist, yes. With the bankruptcy side plot sprinkled on top to provide motive for Mr. Stark's deeds.
Nice flourish.
I hope you'll forgive me one day.
There's nothing to forgive. You panicked and called for backup. It wasn't your line, and you were trying to help me. And Howard stepping up to his confession, I wouldn't have thought he had the nobility in him.
Yes. About that confession.
Did Howard write that confession, Mr. Jarvis?
He did not.
Did you write that confession, Mr. Jarvis?
I did.
Oh, flipping hell!
I called for help many times. Mrs. Stark never answered. I left countless messages, nothing. So then I panicked and panicked again and put my own particular skills to use.
Oh, for the love of God.
As I say.
Panic was involved. I thought it would buy us time. We were closing in on the real culprit. I hoped that with a few more hours, we would be able to prove Mr. Stark's innocence and your competence.
And when Howard doesn't land in Teterboro, we shall both disappear.
Disappear?
Until our trials. Most likely followed by a decidedly severe punishment. Have you ever been hanged, Mr. Jarvis?
I can't say that I have, no.
Which is quite unpleasant.
I know you're mad at me. Yeah, maybe I got that coming. But I think if we're being honest with each other, this mess was a long time in the making. I'm not blaming you. Not anymore. I buried myself deep in this job the day I started. You gotta know that I only wanted the best for you. Can I come by and see you and the kids and just talk? Dinner, maybe? Yeah. I can sneak out here for an hour, yeah. I miss you, too. Bye.
That sounded fruitful.
It's a start.
How do you feel?
I don't know the word. I owe you.
No, you don't owe me anything. I'm happy just to be here to be able to help you.
I'm sure we could lure one of them in, get the drop on them, steal a weapon.
Get the drop on them? You've been in custody all of an hour and you're Jimmy Cagney.
Report. Is there no one here who'll listen to reason?
I believe it's safe to say I've no friends left at the SSR. Not that I ever had any.
Evacuation.
You know Morse code?
Your surprise wounds me.
He's typing out a timetable. 90 minutes.
What happens in 90 minutes?
Leviathan is coming. Chief Dooley, I'd like to make a confession.
I already got the confession I need.
It's a fake.
Why are you pulling this, Carter?
Howard Stark isn't coming. The confession is a phony, the signature a forgery.
Agent Carter?
It's Miss Carter. I don't work here anymore. But if you want a confession, if you want the truth, I am ready to give it to you. It killed me. I'd managed to discover all the remaining items from Howard Stark's vault, and there was nothing I could do about it. But I knew Agent Sousa was working that day. At least he would get the credit. We left the ship moments before you arrived. I didn't know what was going to happen to Agent Kuzminski. I could have been more careful. I'm going to have to live with that.
And why are you telling us this now?
Because I need your trust if you're going to believe me about Dr. Evchenko.
The evil enemy scientist.
Yeah, he's a real killer. You can tell by the way he rubs his nose.
I know what I saw. He was communicating in Morse code with someone across the street, the southeast corner of the building, at least 10 stories or higher.
I saw it too.
Well, as long as you saw it, too.
He was discussing some kind of timetable. We have less than 90 minutes before something's going to happen. We can't leave him on his own.
He's a good man. He's done nothing but help us.
He's only been here for 48 hours. We don't know him.
Maybe not, but we know you.
I'm supposed to believe that you pulled off your own investigation without any of us noticing.
Why would you go through all that trouble instead of coming to one of us?
I conducted my own investigation because no one listens to me. I got away with it because no one looks at me. Because unless I have your reports, your coffee, or your lunch, I'm invisible.
Forgive me for not getting all pissy-eyed at your tale of woe. But your track record with the truth hasn't been all that hot. So if all I've got to go on is your word...
There is one more thing. You want to be careful with that.
Does this stuff implode? Explode? Spice up an old-fashioned?
That is the last remaining sample of Captain Steve Rogers' blood. Mr. Stark was afraid your scientists would squander the remaining samples attempting to recreate the serum.
Which they did. So I'm afraid you'll have to forgive him for trying to protect the greatest scientific feat of the 20th century.
Howard didn't trust me with it either. He lied about the contents of the device. He nearly convinced me that I was saving the city by stealing it.
Is that why you kept it? Because he lied?
Maybe at first. Or perhaps I didn't trust our greatest capitalist with such a prize. But I couldn't bring it here either. And for that, I don't have an answer. I suppose I just wanted a second chance at keeping him safe.
I believe her.
Why? Because she got all soft in there? How do we know it's not just an act? We've all seen her chops.
She came clean even though she was halfway out the door with Stark's confession. If that confession was real. But she's saying it isn't, by her own account.
Carter will be back in cuffs when Stark didn't show.
She gave up Captain America's blood. I know that's big for her, so do you, Jack. Big enough to relight that torch you're carrying. Hey, I brought her down, remember? I think she's telling the truth. What do you think, Chief? Do you trust her?
No. But I trust Russo's gut. Take a couple of men across the street and do a look-see.
What about Evchenko?
I'll stay here and babysit the doctor. Do you mind closing that?
Is everything okay?
Sure. Just getting chilly in here.
Of course. I wanted to have discussion with you.
What about?
Your family situation. I want this dinner to be a success.
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Please, focus. Focus on the experience you want to have, then make that desire a reality. What would be the perfect evening tonight?
We used to have a tradition. We'd all cook together, even the kids. I'd roast a chicken. The one thing I can do in the kitchen. Loretta says it is the crowd pleaser, just to get a laugh out of me. You shouldn't be by the window.
Don't worry about the window. Focus on what really matters.
That bird's not going to carve itself, hon.
Your wife is beautiful. Your whole family is.
I know.
It's nice to see you happy. I want you to enjoy yourself, celebrate. Because after this, we have something very important to take care of.
Corcoran here?
Stairwell's clear. Okay, keep the exits covered. Call it in if you see anything suspicious. Hey, goes for you too. Play it safe. You believe Carter?
I do.
Yeah, me too. Look, if she's right about the girl in her building, you run into her, do yourself a favor. Start shooting. To kill.
I can handle myself.
Sousa, I don't doubt that.
But after seeing that kid tear through us in Russia, I'd hate to tangle with one that's all grown up.
You two, with me, now.
What's happened?
Get back here. There's ears everywhere.
Have we been compromised? Did they find something across the street?
Stop talking.
Chief Dooley! Chief Dooley! Chief Dooley, please!
She's just about ready to crack.
Someone help!
I give her 5 minutes.
Listen up, gentlemen. There's been a security breach in this laboratory. Some of you probably know that Agent Carter has betrayed this agency, and in the process, she managed to walk out of the building with this. God knows what could have happened if we hadn't recovered it. Best case, we have negligence in dealing with sensitive materials. Worst case, espionage and treason. This lab is shut down until the inquiry is complete. Everyone is to report to holding room B.
Chief Dooley, I can vouch for everyone here.
Save it for the interrogation room. Move out now.
That was impressive. You have a most commanding presence. Now, I want one of Stark's inventions, item 17. Please focus. Where will it be? No. This is something I have heard whispers of. No, you must not touch it. It is more delicate than it looks. I am looking for a crate.
Item 17, here it is.
Yes. This is what I want.
Freeze!
It's her. She's coming down the stairs and she's coming fast.
Thank you so much, Chief Dooley. You have been tremendous help. Now, my package.
I feel like I should keep this.
Just focus. We don't have much further to go. Take this. You know what to do? Your family is waiting. You want what you deserve, don't you?
Of course.
Then you must focus. Because our work here is not yet done.
Agent down. We have an agent down.
You're late.
We've been compromised.
I know. It's irrelevant.
Shall we proceed to the next phase?
Not yet. It has been in storage for quite some time. We must test it.
But they know about us now.
They will soon be far too busy to concentrate on us.
Please help! We're taken hostage in here!
No one's coming.
I know you may be universally despised in this establishment, but they barely know me. Please help!
Mr. Jarvis, how would you feel if we smashed that mirror with this table?
I would feel splendid about it.
All right, we pick it up, and then on the count of 3...
Batterygram. Ready?
1,
2... Wait. What if there are people behind this mirror that we're breaking?
Then they may get hurt. There'll be a spray of glass.
I see. 1, 2... No, wait. What if these hypothetical people behind the mirror have guns?
Then we may get hurt. There'll be a spray of bullets.
I see. 1, 2, 3! No people. Everybody wins.
I've just thought of something.
We're still attached to a table.
We are still attached to a table.
What the hell is going on in here?
Where is Chief Dooley?
Your mother know you're using tools at the table?
I put newspaper down.
All right. If you scratch the finish, I'll say a couple of Hail Marys for you. All hell's breaking loose.
What are you doing here so early? You said 5. What are you up to, Roger?
Nothing. Just had to see you.
So you just left? What happened?
I screwed up, Loretta. We had a guy in custody. I let him go. Walked out of the building. I just watched.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I feel like I should be angry, scared, something, but I don't care. I just want to come home. Can I come home?
You okay?
Oh, my God. Very calmly now. Everybody stand clear, please. Miss Carter, stand clear. Mr. Thompson, stand back, please.
He's gone, isn't he?
What is that?
That is the prototype for a new system of armor.
How do we get her off him?
I'm afraid it's not that simple. Please don't touch. It was intended to double as a heat source for use in the winter months on the European front. Locking the armor ignites a self-sustaining battery.
There's always a catch to this stuff, isn't there?
I'm afraid the energy source is experimental, powerful, and incredibly flawed. It invariably overheats with rather violent results.
How violent?
Explosive.
Get the scientists.
How you feeling, Chief?
Burning up. He got in my head. He made me steal something from the lab. You can't let him talk to you. If he starts talking to you, he's got you.
These clasps. They're locked, as I said before. It's what activates the system. Tampering with them trips a circuit to the battery and speeds up the reaction.
What is this thing made out of?
It's an alloy of Mr. Stark's creation.
Can't you cut him out of this thing?
I don't think we have the time.
Tampering with the circuitry.
Speeds up the reaction.
I got it.
Let's pack him with ice. Perhaps we can cool the core.
The armor is designed to be impervious to all outside elements, whether it be artillery or temperature.
Damn you, Howard.
Oh my God, it's searing his skin.
It's in the final stages. We're running out of time.
I don't know what to do.
What does that mean?
It means that I don't know what to do.
I know what to do. Here, give me a hand. Give me a hand. Tell my wife. Tell her I'm sorry. I missed dinner. You? Promise me you'll get the son of a bitch who did this. Say it.
We'll catch them.
Let her go.
What happened?
They got Chief.
I did this. Yevchenko brought me to him so that I would bring him to the SSR. This is my fault.
No, Miss Carter. This is not your fault. This is Mr. Stark's bloody inventions.
All right. Leviathan tasked Leet Brannis to steal something. What was it? The blood.
That's just great. Screaming baby during the picture.
Don't pay any attention to him, dear.
Dexter, dispose of your litter properly. Nah, let somebody else pick it up. Dexter, what if everyone threw their litter in the aisle? Hey, let me down from here. Get me down. Remember, dispose
Do you think it will work?
I have great faith in Mr. Stark's inventions.
We need to find out what Yevchenko took.
Search every crate.
Item 17. It's gone.
All right. What's that do?
I have no idea.
Enough with the coughing already.
Circling the block once or twice, I understand. 3 times, fine. But 6 times, when there's a perfectly good lot across the street. Now we're gonna miss the start of the picture. All because someone didn't want to pay for parking.
episodes of Agent Carter at itunes.com/Agent Carter.